Alright, so I just wanted to cover two little things in this video. I'm going to move pretty quickly because my phone keeps running out of memory. So the first thing is crate time. I know that they're being vocal in crates when you're trying to eat. I like to break down the crate to make it something that is, there's not so much pressure on it. So if we're only putting them in crate when there's you either leave or exciting things are happening around them, then they're going to have a little bit of a negative association potentially. So instead, let's put them in their crate just randomly if you're going to be hanging out around, so it's not as big of a deal to them. I also like to make the crate almost like a behavior. So I'm going to use different markers to show them what the expectations are within the crate. So I'll start by tossing a treat in as I say the word crate. Easy. And Halle is on the back tie over here. It's supposed to be slack, but she is like leaning over the edge, so she's doing her own thing over there. But crate. All right, now I'm just gonna hear you say the word crate. Okay. She can come back out. Very good. Crate. On my hand. Oops. Crate. Yes. So yes means, hey, I like you did come get something from me. Crate. Yes. I'm actually gonna take her leash off for this because it's snagging on the thing. Crate. Good. Stop. Crate. Hey, ma'am. Crate. Good. Good. Okay. Here we go. For sake of video, I just pushed that a little bit sooner than I normally would have. Great. Great. Good. 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 There we go. Good girl. Good. Okay. Very nice. Good job. So getting her used to going in and out. Great. A little bit of pressure. The hot dog bounce down. Oh no. Great. Pressure from the leash. Good. And then I want to shut the door. No big deal. When I come back, if she tries to walk out, I'll stop her with my body. Good. Okay. Lucy, come. Good. Very nice. And then you can just build up the duration of when she's in there. So I did the step up, crate, with a little bit of pulling, touching her collar to move her in. Good. Because I want her to understand what that means, that it's not so conflicting for her. As opposed to at first when I kind of like pushed her butt in, just to kind of get her over that little hump of she can go in there, no big deal. Good. The door open is helping with impulse control, but showing her that I'm not forcing her. The only thing that's keeping her in is not just the door, it's the expectation of the marker. So no means, hey, on. You did that, go back in, great. But pressure comes off from the collar when she's back in. So it doesn't have to be a huge punishment thing, it's just, nope, I didn't like that, let's go back in, no big deal, no harm, no foul, good girl. Okay. She can come out when she wants to. I said okay. Ooh, that was a gliding one. The second thing I want to work on, I'm going to put her back in the crate and then switch over to Halle so that they both have their time to shine. Great. I want to show you how I'm working on their outs. So here. All I'm going to do, what I've been doing is, first, I don't remember if I put this in the video or not. I'm saying out and having them move away from me. I think I did put that in the video, so I'm going to skip over that part. Now we are working towards moving away from a resource. So now it's on leash, because I want to have success. And this will help with the counter surfing and things like that. As we progress, we'll have alternative options with the e-collar that'll help offer a consequence to doing that regardless, but they're not really there yet, so we're not gonna go over that. Ma'am, where are you? There you are. So I'm just gonna put a couple kibbles in, just 2 or 3, enough for her to lick up, and then as soon as she starts to lift her head up out of the bowl, excuse me, I'm gonna say the word out, and then kind of run backwards so she can come back to me. So obviously she's not actually having possession over anything, but it's creating that muscle memory, so. Out! Girl, awesome. I don't want to put a whole bunch of kibble in there and then try to out her from having food. That's not going to be successful, and that's going to cause a little bit of irritation, which can lead to aggression later, so we don't want any of that. Out! Yes. Good. Halle, out! Yes. Oh, goodness. Good job. So I'm putting in just boring old kibble. You're coming out of the shot. And then what I'm trading her out, yes, is higher value. That is a very important part of it, that the thing that she's outing away from is of higher value, so that she knows that there's going to be a trade-off. I don't want to do the bribe thing where, let's say she has a sock and she won't let go. I don't want to trade her, because then you're potentially rewarding her keeping possession of something. I want it to be, you've relinquished your item, your possession, and now you get something for it. And it's a much safer option once she understands it fully, they understand it fully. It's much safer than reaching in and trying to take something from them. That's where a lot of like the resource guarding things happen, because they are, every time you come near them when they have something, it's being taken from them, so they learn to kind of fight for its possession a little bit harder, and then that usually is something that's self-rewarding, where they learn if they lift their lip or growl or snap or whatever, you're like, whoop, you pull your hand away, they win it. We don't want that happening. So if you can say, hey, just get away from it, then you can take it. It's always a safer option. And I'll play around with them with toys to see how they like that. That's an awesome way to get them to leave things alone, is by teaching it out through play, where when they let go of something via the word out, it just restarts the game. So if they let go, out, yes, as soon as they let go, and let them have that toy. I haven't really done too much of that, so I will if they're having issues with counter surfing and being rude and all of that. As far as management goes, the place command, having them be better in crates when you're not able to micromanage and keep track of them, that's always the best option, so that they don't find success and value in doing those unwanted behaviors. If they're never allowed to happen because it's just not an option to them, then it'll become an extinct behavior. You don't have to worry about it. So managing, creating better relationship through advocating for your space, so that out away from you anytime, like in the video where I'm making Halle just move out of my way, that's something that I want her to understand, that she can't just crowd my space when she feels like it. Your space is going to be the kitchen counter, you, all of those things. We want her not just taking things, them, I keep saying she, I'm looking at her. We don't want them just taking things as they please, having a little bit more respect for you, but those things have to be earned by the way that you handle them. They're just puppies, they're not doing anything bad. It is by your terms, but they're just puppies. They're just exploring and finding value. They're doing things that they find value in, so we have to find a way to take away that value and use obedience and the language that we're creating with them to show them the alternative ways to live within your household rules. Sorry, now she's on the counter. Halle, out! Yes! Good job! So it does work. I know that's not, you can't see her, but there's the kibble that I had put in the bowl, a bowl that it's my dog's kibble, is sitting up on the counter, and she went and was sniffing, and I said the word out, and she immediately ran over to me. So I know you don't have evidence of it, but it worked. Good girl. All right.